Hello learners, I'm Gargi Gupta, Faculty of Psychology in SRN International School, Jagatpura, Jaipur. Today in this audio, you are going to learn about some domains of psychological attributes and assessment methods, which is part of Chapter 1, Variations in Psychological Attributes of NCERT Class 12. Before moving to the discussion of the domains of psychological attributes, let's know something about attributes. Attributes chosen for assessment depend upon the purpose. Example, improvement of a weak student, intellectual strength and weaknesses are measured. An attribute will be said to exist in a person only if it can be measured by using scientific procedures. Now, let's check out some domains of the psychological attributes. The first psychological attribute I'm going to tell you about is intelligence. Intelligence can be defined as global capacity to understand the world, think rationally, and use available resources effectively when faced with challenges. It is used to provide a global measure of general cognitive competence, including the ability to profit from schooling. The second psychological attribute I'm going to tell you about is aptitude. Aptitude is an individual's underlying potential for acquiring skills. That is, how quickly an individual can learn different skills. It is used to predict an individual's capability if given the proper environment and training. The third attribute is interest. It is an individual's preference for engaging in one or more specific activities relative to others. It helps an individual decide what subjects or courses can be pursued comfortably and with pleasure. The next psychological attribute is personality. It refers to relatively enduring characteristics of a person that makes her or him distinct from others. It is used to measure unique characteristics, explains and predicts future behavior. And the last psychological attribute that we are going to discuss is values. It refers to enduring beliefs that an individual thinks about as an ideal mode of behavior. It is used to determine the dominant value of a person. Now let's discuss about the various assessment methods used in psychology. The first method that we are going to talk about is the most common method used, that is the psychological test. It is an objective and standardized measure of an individual's mental or behavioral characteristics. It is used for the clinical diagnosis, guidance, personal selection, placement and training. The next most common assessment method used is interview. It refers to seeking information from a person on a one-to-one basis. It is used for counselor-client interaction, employee selection, or journalism. The next assessment method is case study. Case study is the in-depth study of the individual in terms of his or her psychological attributes, physiological history in context of his or her psychosocial and physical environment. It is used by the clinical psychologist based on the data generated using different methods. The next assessment method is observation. It refers to employing systematic, organized, and objective procedures to record behavioral phenomena occurring naturally in real time. The disadvantages of this particular method is that observer has little control over the situation and the reports may suffer from subjective interpretation of the observer. The last assessment method we are going to discuss is self-report. Person provides factual information about himself or herself's opinions or the beliefs in the self-report. It is obtained by an interview schedule, questionnaire, psychological test or a personal diary. I hope these two topics are clear to you and will be helpful to you during the preparation of your exams. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.